Hello everyone, it's time, it's Sunday, 7:20 p.m. and it's Let's Talk EV time almost every Sunday at this time. And hello, 3 in a row, I'm amazing. I say it now. We're gonna talk what happened last week, and it's not a lot because I had holidays, and then we're gonna go through some news. We're gonna talk what's happening this week because I have a surprise that just happened the last few days, and which is cool. And the main topic are the scratches on Hank. I have a few. Four incidents happened, and I made a video today about that. So you can see this video this week, but maybe even tomorrow. Yeah, most likely even tomorrow. But I still thought we have a little chat about it. Hey, Manuel is here, Photostorm is here, Grow M, Yanni Toop, and she. The best are here as usual, 29 people. Thank you all for joining in. Let's go and read some news. Number one. Oh, by the way, I saw an amazing on what's this face? Inside EV, I saw an amazing little thing that said that a new bumper sticker for Teslas is very, very famous. It says, I bought, so that he put it on a Tesla. It says, I bought this before Elon got crazy. Oh, that's cute. Okay, number one here, news. Tesla has 500 kilowatt chargers for trucks and stuff. On the V4 chargers, which is cool. So in guessing not in Europe, this is all still in the States. Yes, 800 volt system, and then you get a 500 kilowatt. That is pretty cool. Why I'm not the best person? Oh well, you weren't here before. Now you're the best. 40 people, look at that. EMBW has opened another charging park. I almost say it every week that they do this. And I'm sorry, yes, they're mean. They really are mean when it comes to the price that they want if someone else is charging at their charging network. That's why the prices are so high. EMBW in Germany is one of the biggest reason for that. But they have a lot of chargers. You have to say that they invest a lot of time. 16 cars can charge at the same time, so I'm guessing these are 8 hyperchargers. Each can charge 200 kilowatt, which is cool. Yeah, this is awesome. It's great that they're expanding the charging network more and more, but it's not nice that they want more and more money. Then Xiaomi has presented new car of the SU7 with 4 motors on each wheels. We have 2000 horsepower, 1511 kilowatt. Every motor has 425 kilowatt. Oh my god. And so each motor has this. I don't think this is the car, the looks of it, that should have 2000 horsepower. I think it should be lower. I don't think this can put the power down on the road. Oh my god. 2.2 tons, that's not bad. That's really not bad. Oh my god. Okay. Then smart. You can still get the smart hashtag 1 and 3 for cheaper price. Look at that. 4,000 and 8,000 euros, and they extended it till January 9th. I see those cars a lot. Not amazing. So I wouldn't, in the beginning when smart hashtag 1 came out, I didn't see too many, and I see more now. And but not in really high numbers. Then Tesla Cybercab should come, the taxi should come, robotaxi should come to Europe as well, in stores in Germany, France, Great Britain, Netherlands, Sweden and Norway should be shown. What else do we have? In Berlin from November 22nd till December 8th. London, Paris. Do we have anything in Munich that's closer to me? But even then I wouldn't go because it doesn't do anything. Then Rivian and Volkswagen have the joint venture, software joint venture. We heard about that before. And Volkswagen invested $5.8 billion in this, that they're making software for both cars available and better software. Let's hope this will make better software for all Volkswagen IDs. That would be amazing. Or then whatever comes afterwards at some point. Ooh. So... what is this? They should come to MEB platform as well, not just to the new PPE. Next gen. A few models of the MEB platform should be with this software as well. We'll see. Will it be the ID2? Is ID2 even MEB platform? I don't know. I don't know. Then Porsche has shown new versions of the Taycan. I'm sure that this isn't, normally they show a list. We have 320 kilowatt charging. That's amazing. What do we have? Overboost of 300 kilowatt and 320 kilowatts. What is the new motor? So 0 to 100, 4.6 seconds. The new Taycan GTS will be 515 kilowatt and 3.3 seconds from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. So it's 0.4 seconds faster. Okay, that's okay. But range is 120 kilometers more than the previous Taycan. So not the Taycan that's already available, the one before that. And good price. 147,000 euros for starting price. Eee. Then Ford has a short work. I don't know what the German English name for this is. It's that people don't have to work full time. They work less, and the government is paying a part of the time that they don't work, but not full. There's one factory in Germany where Ford is building the Ford Explorer EV, and the sales are not that great. So there's one in my town. I asked Ford for a press card. They said, yeah, we're gonna get one soon. We're gonna inform you. Then I asked them again, and then they told me, oh, we have high demand. I'm sorry, maybe contact in April. And I was like, huh? Then they said, we invited you to an event. Yeah, an event is 4 hours of driving. And I replied to that email, but I never got a confirmation. Yes, you got a free spot at this event. And then a day before I got the email, okay, this is how the event's gonna work. I'm like, I didn't know that I'm invited. Yeah, but hello, that's the stuff. That happens, but again, 4 hours with a car is not the same thing. It just doesn't work. Then in Germany, Tesla still, if you buy a Model Y right now, you get free supercharging. How long is it? For 1 year. For 1 year, you can charge for free with a Model Y. Is it in Germany or is it for all of Europe? That would be interesting. That's a great idea. They don't pay that much for charging. I mean, they have the infrastructure if more are charging, and they don't pay a lot for the electricity. And people are like, ooh, that's so cheap if I can charge around for nothing. It's a great idea. Volkswagen should do that too. Say if you order an ID3 right now, you get free charging at Ionity or something. That would be that does a lot. But of course for Tesla it's cheaper since they own and Volkswagen just owns a part of Ionity. Then, oh my God, what is this? A Jaguar new 6-figure EV, gigantic car that they're testing, massive. It should be, my God, 130, 140,000. Brand competing with likes of Audi and BMW. Oh my God, look at, why is it so big in the front? What's in there? Don't be fooled by the radiator. Oh my God. And then, yeah, that is it. Anti-Elon Musk Tesla bumper sticker sales booming post-election. I bought this before we knew Elon was crazy. People are sometimes funny. And Tesla Cybertruck recalled for the 6th time this year. This can be solved with a software update. What is this? Deliveries of the Tesla Cybertruck began almost a year ago. Now the Angular electric pickup is being recalled for 6th time. The problem is that the component of the drive inverter might fail, leading to a loss of propulsion. That is not nice, but it's also not gigantic problem. Then you just are stranded. And let's look at the Ionity map. Is there anything new that we want to see? Portugal gets a few more. Spain also. France is good and full. Britain, amazing. Look at that. Chargers everywhere. Ireland has one more in Dublin. Isn't that new? I think that's new. And Scotland has a few more. Northern Ireland 2. Norway only 2. Sweden has 3 new ones soon. Finland nothing in construction. Denmark also. Germany has a few. Anything that has to do with my... Why is there another one in around... What is Schweinfurt? What are you doing there? What is going on there? Why do you need that? Yeah, I'm still constructing the Erfurt one that I know. And this is good too, that this road has something. Yeah, around Hamburg. That's just great. Look, and Italy is not that full. I mean, this road down here, there could be more. Maybe there's other charging solutions there. Yeah, but that's it for the news. I'm gonna close this up. Let's see what you guys said. I'm not personal. Elon going bonkers is why I bought it. Mach-e. Hi Chris, finally got my ID3 2JX Performer 2 days ago. Thinking about wrapping the black side spoilers. Ooh, look at you. Wrapping is nice. If it wouldn't be that expensive, I would do that too. Especially as a safety coat, something that protects everything. We're gonna get to the topic in a second. Is there a car brand where you can set the automatic charger finding system of the Navi to cheapest route so that if it checks the price system generates a route where you get the best value at charging? No, it doesn't exist, and it's also hard because nobody knows, especially the car, what contracts you have, because if you have a contract at this company, this is cheaper, and at this is cheaper. The most brands, car brands, have their own charging system. If you use that, then it's cheaper. But a better route planner is, I know that it's a sponsor of the channel, but it's the best for this because you select in the planning what charging networks you want to use if you know what's the cheapest, but I don't know that anyone does this. Charge price app, I don't, also maybe that exists, I can see that. Ioniq 5 EV6 or ID4, depends. If you... Software is very even. ID4 is not amazing software, but the new one is better. EV6 Ioniq 5 software is not amazing. App is great. The Koreans, the app is way better. Charging, Ioniq 5 and EV6 are better. Power, all-wheel drive and top speed, they are better. Comfort, it's 50-50. Self-steering, so the steering assist, I would say Volkswagen is a bit better. I was born in Schweinfurt. Cute! So it's, would that work for cars with built-in a better route planner? Huh, that's a good idea, a great thought. I don't know in Polestar if you have a better route planner in the car. Can you select the charging network? I have no idea. I've driven a Polestar and I've used a better route planner. I can't remember if I used it on a long distance trip. But you can use a better route planner via Android Auto or Apple CarPlay in your car. But it's not the same, but it also works. Yeah, Ioniq 5 EV6. So, Ioniq 5 for me is not that amazing. If for me it would be EV6 or ID4. And you should drive both and then decide if power, it's the one. If it's a bit more comfortable in the ID4, and if steering assist is more important to you than ID4. That's my thing. Hello to 51 people here. I think we should do the like game the first time now, and then we do another one at the end. If you don't know what the like game is, I'm gonna count down from 3 to 0, and then we all press the like button at the same time, because we only have 8 likes but 51 people here. Let's do it all at the same time, because it's always fun to see that. Let's do this. I'm counting down. You have your phone or your tablet in front of you. Go to the stream and like all together. We have 3, 2, 1, and like. I'm always in a delay, so right now I'm not even counting yet. So what you see, I think 10 seconds or so you are behind. So now I see the counting down. 3, 2, 1, like. That's where I am. So I'm in the future, but at the second time it's an unlike. Exactly. 12 likes, this is how fast it goes. Let's see, 24. See, this is how I remind people liking is nice. I don't even know what it does, if it helps me or anything. I don't even know how to if the YouTube algorithm is still the same, if it's all about likes or if it's just about watch time. So this is the unlike game, eh? Unlike anything else. Then let's talk about what happened last week. You've seen all the videos of the Cupra Tavascan we said that I had. I have seen that not a lot of people are interested in the car. So it was okay, but not amazing. I'm a bit surprised because I thought people would be waiting for the Cupra Tavascan, the first SUV out of on the MEB platform out of Cupra, but it's built in China. And I don't know, the software looks like and feels like it's made in China, which doesn't make any sense. Why would they not take the normal Volkswagen or Skoda software of the new hardware and just rebrand it, so a different skin, and just whoop, there you go. Here's the software. But it feels like you've seen my video, what is weird about the car, and there's a few things in the software as well. I don't know. I like the way when you count the German way, you end up with a thumbs up. Did I? Explorer is more interesting to me than Tavascan. Yeah, Explorer they don't give me anything. So ranking in B larger SUVs, where does the Tavascan rank amongst the rest? On the bottom. Because of the weird things. All the new MEB platform cars, so if they have the new hardware, are better than the old ones. But when it comes to ID4, ID5, ENIAC or Tavascan is at the end because of the weird things that I showed on Friday or Thursday. I don't know when I published this video. I was very surprised to find out that it was built in China. I didn't know that either. I was told that. I said in Tavascan, we said it felt just wrong, so didn't test drive it. Yeah, that middle thing is just weird. It looks great outside. From the outside, I like the looks. Sorry, I like the Cupra look. I like the colors that they choose. But this design in the middle, Cindy hated it from the start. She drove first before me and she said, oh my God, this is a horrible car. And I just noticed so many things that are weird and that I don't get. And that it can do less than other cars with that hardware. And it's weird. Is the Tavascan still MEB platform or something Chinese? It should be exactly MEB platform. It has the same battery, same motor. I think it's just the same car, just built in China. That's what I thought. In my range test, I got the same battery thing. The charging was weird that it wasn't the GTX curve, it was the ID4 curve. The Pro, not the GTX, that was weird. And power is great. Self-steering assist is amazing, as in all MEB cars. Head-up display looks good. The display looks good. It drives great. It's quiet. I wouldn't give it 21-inch winter tires. I wouldn't do that. But the software, and that it doesn't have a button to open the trunk. What is that? And that middle thing that you can't get to your phone. Then you have only space for one phone. And if you plug in a USB-C cable, you can't see. Even there's light. And you cannot do it while driving. Oh my God. Sound system was Sennheiser. It sounded different, and it's good, but it's not as amazing as Harman Kardon that Volkswagen uses, and it's the bass. And it's weird. When I was listening to podcasts and audiobooks, it was fine. But when I was listening to what did I listen to? Very old music that I was totally nostalgic, listening to very old music that I haven't listened to in a long time when I was driving the Tavascan. And some bass drums were very, very bassy, even though the equalizer was totally neutral. Huh. That was weird. So you would have to turn down bass somewhere, but maybe you can get it in there. The flying bridge center spot type thing is what kind of draws me to it. But then I also like the smart one, hashtag 13, so they probably say it's more about my taste. That's fine. Yeah, so this was picked up on Tuesday, and again, it was a total. Oh my God. I told you that the last time. So originally Tavascan was planned to come on Wednesday. Then I contacted and said, is it possible that it comes a day later or a day earlier? Wednesday is not good for me at all, ever. And they said, okay, we're going to do it on Tuesday. Then I waited on Tuesday. Nobody came. They called me. We're going to come tomorrow. And I said, I thought we changed it to Tuesday. And then, no, it's coming on Wednesday. And then I thought, okay, then it comes on Wednesday. And then I thought, because it came on Wednesday, I should have the car for 2 weeks. They're going to pick it up on Wednesday. But they called me on Monday that they're going to pick it up on Tuesday. And so it's fine. I'm home. Get the car. Everything is always weird and not the same thing. It's just weird. Chris, interior design of ID7. Do you like that they combined the blinker stock with wiper stock because of gear stock on the right? I much prefer the Scania angle, simple stocks, and gear knob. Doesn't the new Enyaq, I think, has the same, doesn't it? I've driven the new Enyaq in March or so. I thought it's the exact same thing. I thought so. Yes, the design of it is not a problem. The only thing that's annoying is that you have only 2 settings for the auto wiper sensitivity, and before I had 5. That's the only thing that bugs me. If they could implement a way that I could select what one, and so the 2 settings that you have, if I could select what settings they are, so 1 and 4, or I don't know, another way that I can still have 5 or 4 sensitivity settings for the auto wiper, I would prefer that. That's the only thing. The rest is fine. Do you have the Kia EV3 scheduled yet? No, and I won't be in the first. Everyone else gets the car before me for sure. I asked Kia already, but haven't heard anything back. So we'll see when that ever will happen. Wolpertinger is here, the 10 million kilometers ID3 man. Yeah, I only have 18,200 kilometers on Hank, and in a month he's a year old, and I did the leasing for 20,000 kilometers a year. So again, I'm already under the kilometers that I can drive, and I did that the last time too. ID7, how do you blink engage the long beam? How do you wipe the rear window? ID7 doesn't have a rear wiper. ID7 Tourer has, and then on the stock where you have the wipers, there is then one on top, on and off, or always on. There's 3 settings: off, once, an interval, and all the time, and then it wipes in the rear. Blink, you just do as before. Up is blink to the right, and down is to the left. And high beams is so when you put it towards you, it's flashing, and forward is high beam on in auto when your light is on auto. But you can turn it off in the settings that it's always just on and off without the high beam assist. It's up to you. Only 206,000 kilometers at the moment. That is a lot. God, you drive. My God. You drive a lot. Okay. Rest of the week. So Tuesday, Tavascan was picked up. Rest of the week. This week was a bit of a holiday week, almost. Cindy has had this week off. Since I'm self-employed with YouTube, I cannot take off the whole week. So I filmed on Sunday. She had off since last Friday till today. So what is that? 10 days. I didn't work on the Friday, Saturday. I worked on Sunday for one video. I worked on Monday for 2 videos. I worked on Tuesday, my other mini job. But then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I took off. I edited in the evening the videos I needed, so I wasn't totally off. And I worked something home office for the other job, almost 2 hours. And I did an email and stuff like this. Where do you drive? The Earth is only 36,000 kilometers. I thought it's 40. I thought the one time around is 40,000 kilometers. Am I wrong? I know the distance to the moon is 400,000 kilometers. It's 1.3 seconds, light seconds. I know that. I'm totally astronomy nerd. I love that stuff. I fall asleep to something like this all the time. I have a few on the phone and on YouTube that I downloaded, and then I play this, and then I fall asleep to it. It relaxes me big time. Yes, so I had off, but like I said, I worked a bit, and I emailed car manufacturers for car. I emailed Skoda about the Enyaq 85 RS because I haven't tested that yet. I had the 85 and the 85X, and they told me they don't have any more yet. They're getting the new cars in January, so I can have one in spring. And I was, why is there a new Enyaq coming out? Is it just a new year? I didn't know of any big changes in the Enyaq family. I had no idea. Ford Explorer, we already talked. They're not giving me one till the late future. I will ask a close by dealership if they want to give me one. That would be amazing to do maybe over the weekend, so I can do a software test as well. I will ask them. Then I have a plan. I want to ask a company in the Netherlands for a car that's not even electric, but it was a dream car when I was a little kid, and I hope they will let me drive it for the channel, but I doubt it. But I still want to try, because if you don't try, you can't succeed. Just try. They can only say no. Who else did I ask? I asked a few. A lot of people didn't reply. I asked Mercedes again. They offered me an e-Vito. And then I said I would like the e-Vito Tourer, or just Tour. Can't remember the name. And then they didn't say anything anymore. Don't forget you need the Ford Capri too. Yeah, exactly. There will be Enyaq update presented in Q3 2025. That's a long time. That's a year. I have the email here. What does it say? Let's look. Where is it? Where's my email? What did he say? What is this? Advertising. Where is he? There he is. The new Enyaq will be presented in January. And that's why you can no longer order the old one. Because of that, we don't have any Enyaqs anymore in our driving pool. The new test cars of the Enyaq will come at the end of April. We will put you on the waiting list. I had no idea a new Enyaq will be presented in January. Am I saying something I'm not allowed to? He didn't say anything about that. They probably exchanged the press car after 1 year, so perhaps they have ausgelutscht. How about Mini Countryman? I had the normal Mini, and I asked for the new Mini, and they said we will contact you, and nobody contacted me yet, and I wasn't behind that to do it again. That didn't happen. I contacted, this is now the news, the special thing that I said. I contacted Cupra again for the Cupra Born VZ, and they said, yes, you can have one. It just arrived. How spontaneous are you? This was on Thursday, I think. How about next Monday? So tomorrow. And I said, sure. So tomorrow, Cupra Born VZ, the 240 kilowatt car is coming. It was at this moment Chris was struck off the Skoda press list. So I'm very excited to get the Born VZ, so the brother of the ID3 GTX Performance. I can't wait to drive that. To drive 200 kilometers an hour in an MEB platform car will be the first time. I'm very excited to see how that feels, what that feels like, how the 200. It also I think is my best accelerating car. I think ID7 GTX, ID4, ID5 GTX is 5.3 seconds 0 to 100, and this should be 5.1, 5.2, something like this. So I can't wait for tomorrow. But, so it comes tomorrow in the evening. I can then film and test something on Tuesday. And on Thursday, depending on the weather, maybe it's Wednesday, we'll see, but I think it's more Thursday. And then on Thursday, ID3 Pro will come. So the new version of the ID3 Pro. So Walter, back in the day, my ID3 was an ID3 Pro with the 150 kilowatt motor and 58 kilowatt hour usable energy. And now there's a new version with the new interior, with new software, with the new hardware in there, and a battery that now has 59 kilowatt hours, and it should have a better charging curve. So I'm excited to test that, how range is and everything. But of course I have to test the Born VZ as well, but I have to do it on a different day. The in-act update will have an updated front, modern solid design in the style of the Elrock model. Ah, look at you. Cupra weeks, exactly. And then so I have both cars for 2 weeks, so we'll have 3 MEB platform cars here for 1.5 weeks. I want for Cindy to drive the ID3 Pro a few times to work to see how that was back in the day. That would be amazing. Because she's always saying, I miss the ID3, I miss Walter, and she loved the GTX. She drove it once. I want to see how it is to drive the old one, new one of the old version. That is nice. On Friday we're going to Munich. Cindy has a doctor's appointment. We're gonna take the Born because of the bigger battery. So we only have to charge once or so. And Cupra, I haven't know that. I don't know if I already said that. So a lot of brands, other way around, a lot of brands don't give you a charging card when you're a press person to charge the EV, which I get. It's not their thing to pay for that, but some do. And then I saw on the Cupra contract that I have to sign when I get a car, where it says I can send them the bill of my charging thing. So I'm so gonna do that. It says up to 200 euros. It's a lot of money for charging. I mean, I charge a lot at home because it's very, very convenient. I come home for if I do a long distance test, or if I do a range test and then I charge at Ionity to 80% or so, that takes a while. Or if I leave when I have 20%, drive home, plug it in at home and just go inside. That's just way easier. Way easier to do that. I like that. But I still charged a lot with the Cupra Tavascan, and I will do that with the Born as well. So I will send them the bill and see if this works. I never seen that before. It was in there. I should ask Volkswagen if they have the too, but as far as I know, they don't. Because I asked at some point. Then I will have both cars, like I said, for a while. And then ID7 GTX is coming. I'm very excited about that. Of course, we have to see how the different suspension is, because it's a special sporty suspension for the GTX, how the consumption is. It will have winter tires on, so not the 20-inch sport tires. Yes, we'll see what tires it will come in. I'm guessing 20-inch winter tires, not 19-inch, but again, not the sport tires, so the consumption shouldn't be horrible. I want to see how the acceleration is, what the consumption difference is to Hank. We're going to do a drive with Matthias, of course. And I'm also going to want to ask another ID3 driver that has an old ID3 Pro, and we're going to drive against the new ID3 if there's any difference. I want to see that. Which home charging solution do you use? I have made a video about this. I have a 32 amp plug 3-phase in the basement, and then I built my own cable out to the garage because it's 40 meters away, cable lengths away. And then I put in a switch, a 3-phase switch that I bought somewhere. That's cool. And then there's a plug, and in there is a portable charger that I got from Metron for free because I made a video, and this is my charging solution for home. It can do 11 kilowatt even though it's a 32 amp plug, but that's just fine. How can't you record in 4K? I mean, all smartphone has that option. I can, but I don't. That's simple. The stream is in 2K as far as I know, not in 1080p, and I film everything in 4K, but I export not in 4K, and I don't upload on YouTube in 4K because the data usage is just ginormous. It's 4 times the size, and I'm already, it's too much right now. I mean, a normal video when I upload on YouTube with 10 minutes has like 2-3 gigabytes. I'm right now, not in this second, but in the last 2 weeks, I'm uploading all of my footage that I filmed and all of my done videos on a cloud server. I bought that because I need that, and I'm almost at 5 terabytes, even though I delete a lot of stuff. And I'm not doing that. Sorry, not 4K for me. ID7 Tourer order placed, waiting to hear in the next week what the delivery schedule is. It all depends what options you chose. It's always what is available right now. Sometimes the panoramic roof can be a bit, and the heat pump. Sometimes it can be a special color, and the Pro S or not or Pro. It all depends. So it's not easy. You don't know unless you know someone there. I was lucky when I ordered Hank. They told me if you order this, it will take a while, and then I didn't. I didn't order that. But it's just, I'm very lucky to know a few people. That's very nice. Oh, I still have, yeah, I haven't done this. Restart the phone. 77 Match Pro trim, interior plus option only. Did not see the point of the roof. Does though have a heat pump. That's the great trim. A really great trim. That's awesome. The big battery, I tested it. It's all about money. Is the more money, is that what was it? What percentage of more range did I calculate? I can't remember what it was. Is that worth the money? It's all about that. And then, of course, the charging. I would love to do in the summer. I hope I can convince Volkswagen. I want to get a normal ID7 and then the exact same spec ID7 Pro S, so Pro versus Pro S, do a long distance trip and see who arrives earlier and by how much. The Pro S has to arrive earlier, more range and charges better. The question is, how much is it at the end? Yeah, it would be interesting. I get my delivery of my ID7 GTX Tourer next week, full space spec here in Sweden. Great, congrats. That's awesome. Enjoy it. As it is a lease deal, I think the lucky dealer will be in contact, as I have heard they might offer alternatives if there is a long lead time. That's cool. That's cool. That is nice. So if they think what you spec takes too long, you can use a different spec. That's awesome. That's great. So and this will be a year till the end of this year. It's already almost the end of November. We're over the middle of November already. How fast is this going? This life? It's amazing. Lufthansa A350 says, what do you think about the Chinese cars that are taking the market, causing a deep crisis in Germany? Are you neutral on the issue? I'm not neutral. I don't think that the Chinese cars are taking the market yet. When you see the sales market of EVs, I think there's only one Chinese car in there. It's the MG4, and they're all getting the taxes now, which I think is a great idea. I'm not a fan of cars built in China and then shipped to us. We all know how China is treating the people living there, and the work costs are so low that they can barely survive and everything. We know all of this. That happens in other countries too. I'm not saying it's China alone, but if you then bring them back here, I just prefer, if especially when it's a European company making cars, then build it here as well. And I think I think I'm not the only one, but I don't know if I'm the majority, that if I can have the same car, one built in Europe, one built in China, and the Europe one costs 3,000 euros more, or I don't know, 5,000, I would still go for the European one. And not because Chinese cannot make cars, that's not true, but I'm just, let's support our economy first, then think about something else. That's just my philosophy. And yes, and I know that a lot of technology is from China. I know this phone was built in China. I'm sure most of my computer parts, this displays here, is made in China. But if I would have the choice, if they would build a normal priced phone, and I think they can, and it's made in Europe or some, I would go for that. And if I can choose this with a car, I would go for that too. And it has nothing to do to be anti-China. It's more about support your home. That's all. Shocking that I have been watching the ID7 content all year. Where has 2024 go? You poor guy! You've watched all the content. I'm so sorry for you. You've seen this weird face way too often and way too long. I love your videos. Thank you. Actually convinced me to try the ID7. Why is Cindy's work writing now? It's Sunday. God damn it. Where are we? Where are we? Love you. You actually convinced me to try the ID7. I drive a Mercedes GLE 350DE diesel hybrid for the past 3 years. I think the ID7 GTX Cupra will be even better. I have never driven a Mercedes G-Class. I also haven't driven the EQS, EQE and so on. So I'm sorry, I cannot say. I think they cost a bunch more. I don't know how much better they are. I'm not a big fan of the EQS, EQE interior with the gigantic screen and all the colors, the ambient light that's all around. This is not my thing at all, but it's just my opinion. I have no idea. I know that the ID7 is more efficient, but EQE, EQS have bigger batteries as far as I know, and charge better. Unless the ID7 with the big battery. I almost wonder how much Cupra is saving building a Tavascan in China over building it in Europe, as no doubt the prices will be aligned with other Volkswagen Group costs. Yeah, that would be interesting. Again, I would love to see that. Once I got a questionnaire from Polestar, and one of the questions, even a few questions, were, are you okay with a car built in China? And would you be okay if a car is more expensive if it's built not in China, so in Europe or in your own country? So they're thinking about it. I like that. China is one of the most important markets of our car industry. I have no problem to put something there, but don't build it outside of Europe. And that's all I'm saying. Lots of MGs in the UK started to see more BYDs as well, and even though We are outside the EU. Here in Britain, we still seem to favor the German EVs. I see plenty of IDX, NX and Cupras. I barely see BYDs here. Almost none. If I see a Chinese car, it's MG4 and sometimes smart #1. My car is made in Mexico. Ignoring the boring Teslas, of course. Again, Model Y came from China. A Model 3 in the beginning. I think the small battery is still, well, in Model 3 is still from China. Model Y with standard range, I think, is from China, but normal long range and all-wheel performance should be made in Berlin, Germany, I think. I think so. And again, if Tesla is building a factory in Berlin, it cannot be that expensive to make a car in Germany instead of Europe. There must be, if it would be extremely expensive and they don't make money with it, they wouldn't do it. So I think it's not that big of a deal. It's smaller than people think. I'm just thinking. You are not alone in this thinking because of the Volkswagen charges as Germans more than in other countries. I see so many Chinese cars in Netherlands, way more than in Germany. I wanted to support European car makers. Thank goodness your weird face is not in 4K. That was great. There are EU smartphone companies, Fairphone and Shiftphone, but production is in China. So it's again, I have a Shift 6 phone. It's like Apple designed in California, built in China. Everything online and advice I had was ENIAC for family EV, but saw your content and others and realized that on a lease deal the ID7 was not much more. ENIAC is a great car, but it's an SUV. ID7 is just a sedan and has lower consumption and still the same thing. If you want to sit higher, if this is your thing, then of course SUV, ENIAC. But if it's about range and you still have enough space and comfort. I just made a video today, 11 months with with Hank, my ID7 today. And I drove Hank in the last 4 days because I had press cars till last Tuesday. And I'm getting, so for 6 days in the last 6 months or so, I always had press cars. I barely drove Hank. When we did the comparison drive with the ID7 Tourer, with the Pro S and such, I wanted to drive Hank because I never drive Hank anymore. And it's just so much different. When you come from the Tavascan, which is a comfortable car to drive, and you get into an ID7, it's a different world. How it drives on, if you go over a bump, the noise level, it's a different level. ID3 to ID4 is the same as ID4 to ID7. It's a big step, and ENIAC can compete with it when it comes to comfort. When you want it high, like I said, then of course it's better. Tried it on a test drive, and that was I hooked. Not a boy racer, so love the idea of comfort and practicality. Yeah, me too. I'm old. What does new EVs does Volkswagen have coming out in the next 2 years? ID2, I would say in March of 26, and maybe other cars that I'm not aware of, that I haven't been told. Maybe other versions. I don't even know what's coming out from Volkswagen Group in 2025, except for the Elrock, so Skoda. What your wife about Tesla Model 3? I'm in the same height, and Model 3 was horrible. Volkswagen ID3 was extremely good, and our first choice. She hated the Model 3. She was okay with the Model Y. She didn't like the Model 3 at all. The seats were okay. Height and everything, she didn't like the drive. Support Volkswagen by Xpeng. Xpeng. Are they in cahoots? I have no idea. Is the ID7 GTX press car a tourer or a sedan? I think it's a sedan. I have to look. I think. I could be wrong. Where are we? ID3 Pro, ID3 GTX Performance, ID3 Pure. Where is it? ID7 GTX. It is the sedan, not the Tourer. ID7 limousine GTX e-motor 250 kilowatt 86 kilowatt hour battery, 1 gear automatic from December 3rd, I think. Am I right? Where are we? Where's December? Tuesday. No, I think it's December 5th. Was it delay? I think December 5th, yeah. That's it. On the Thursday they will all come. All been moved. I'm not a lover of SUVs, so like the idea of a German tourer estate. If I am going to pay handsomely, I want to drive in comfort and spoil the family on a journey. Exactly. And when I get that not a lot of people are driving long time. So the usual drive is in a day, I think 43 kilometers or 45. And I get that not everyone is driving far, but if you have to drive far, driving an ID7 is really nice. Just saying, I love it. In 2026-27, likely also a segment Volkswagen e-up-sized EV. Isn't a Golf version also planned? I think something like that. Volkswagen invests 700 million in Chinese EV maker XPeng. Really? Why? I don't want that. But I can tell them what to do. They just want to make money. It's a big company. Plus, our company lease deals run for 3 years, so we'll enjoy it and then see what the EV landscape is like when it expires. Exactly. That's the sad thing about EVs right now, that it's like a phone. You use it for a while and then you get a new one because the changes are so big. I mean, look at Volkswagen. When you bought an ID4 in 2023 in the beginning of the year or at the end of the year, it's such a big change just with a bit of hardware and software in the new motor. More efficient, charges better, can preheat the battery, the hardware is 10 times better, it looks better in the interior is better and everything, and that's in 1 year. And of course technology takes a bit, but every 2 years you get just amazing what the difference is. Volkswagen wants XPeng's technologies. Is XPeng good? I've never driven one. I get the advertising from the press department all the time. It's not interesting to me. Plus, I was suspicious when the Bieber dealer only took you on a road smooth as when you hit a Oh, that's nice. When is the Golf 9 planned? That should have another e-Golf. I have no idea. Cool. Cars as a whole these days are seen as fairly disposable. Very few people actually buy a car. They mostly lease them and hand them back after 2-3 years for a new one. Yeah, it's sad. I mean, for me, it makes total sense since this is not mostly my personal thing. This is for the channel. I'm making money with it. But for the normal people, I don't know how that is. But with an EV, I also get it. I have to send this to Cindy. She got a text from her boss on Sunday evening. Not happy about that. There she goes. Oh yeah, we got a new coffee maker for pets. We have Senseo Philips, and we wanted a different brand because they always break. And then it came yesterday, and we unpacked it and cleaned everything and then started, and you have to press this, and I did it and it didn't work. And so I called yesterday, what do we do? And then yeah, we have online consultation, video conference. They look at the machine, see what's going on. And then we did that today, and he said, yeah, it's broken, you have to send it back, order a new one. Oh, that's just pech. I don't know what pech is, unlucky. We'll see. Leasing was the best option for first-time EV drivers. I want to get some experience and knowledge and see where the technology goes without worrying about depreciation. Exactly. That was my reasoning too. And when I would have had Walter, my ID3, only 2 years, and I would have bought it, I would have made a lot of money. But with 3 years, I would have lost a lot of money because after 2 years, 2022, there was a boom in EVs, especially in Germany. And then 23, the incentives fell out and then it was done. Nobody wanted an EV, and right now it's horrible. I've heard rumors that that around 2027 the next generation battery shall come on the market. We'll see. Rumors about a new battery, solid state batteries, that's for 10 years. So we'll have to see when it comes on the market with the car and it works well. I don't want a small car with a small battery, and we'll see how it is on the market. Hello, love the channel, thank you. How do you find getting in and out of your ID7 as a tall person? I like the car, but my wife wants a stupid SUV just because of that. No, it's totally fine. It is not a Model 3, BMW i3, i4, sorry. That's a low car. You fall into it and getting out is uncomfortable. An ID7 is not very low. If you can get into an ID3, ID7 is the same thing. You're not lower. There's still a big battery like this, so you're a bit higher. But SUV ID4 is of course higher than that. If your wife is short, then getting in an SUV is even more problematic. And if you have the sport seats and it's where the sides are very hard and sporty, so almost bucket seats, but not as hard, then it's even more uncomfortable to get in. But ID7 is totally fine. Senseo is no coffee. Oh, I love it. We even bought a lot of coffee in the Netherlands when we were there. Cindy and I love it. I would love a coffee maker, you know, those where you put in the beans and then does everything. But I have one coffee a day and it's just a lot of waste and a big thing. That's why, so Cindy has one coffee a day and I have one coffee a day. When she's off work, she has 2 or 3 coffees. I have one. So a normal coffee maker or anything doesn't make any sense. Senseo is the best for that. And I have Senseo since I was, I don't know, since I'm 18 or 20, I don't know, so for many, many years. And when Cindy came to Germany the first time after Christmas in 2008, she was here and visited me from Canada the first time. The next morning when she arrived, she made a Senseo coffee, caramel, I don't even know the brand. And she was hooked. She loved that coffee so much. She's still drinking that every day now. And they're not available in Germany anymore. She gets them from the Netherlands somewhere. And she buys like 100 or so. Package with 18 or so. I feel less guilty about leasing this time as we have incentive through work backed by the government. And my last 2 cars, I had 9 or 11 years, so I have earned my luxury. That's totally fine. Misfortune. Thank you. Pech. I loved the ID7 driving position. It felt nicely cocooned, but easy to get in and out, especially the memory seat moving to let you out. Yeah, I have that off. You mean the easy entry? I don't need that. I don't want because when I get in, the brake pedal is then further away than I used to, and I have to stretch, and then I press the brake, and then it drives into the position that I want to sit. And now it's fine. I can get in and out without having to move anything. Luckily, I'm a short arse, so never have to worry about headroom. Is this Chris' way of telling us he's stopping YouTube and becoming a barista? Yeah, barista. Putting a pad in, close the thing, and press a button. That's a barista. Depreciation is a lottery, but with EVs it's worse because of the rapid development of the technology. My car depreciated only about 3,000 euros in 5 years. That's awesome. Yeah, mine more. And I will ask Volkswagen again if I can find out where Walter is. I would really want to know where Walter is right now, what they did with it. Is it in a car sharing? Have they sold it? Or is it, I don't know, they killed it and took the battery out for something? I have no idea. We played a like game again. Oh, did my uploading thing start again? It did. We're uploading. I'm uploading on the server again, and we are still good in streaming. I still pause it though. That's not good. We pressed the like game again, then we stopped for today. We've done an hour. That's fine. Chris has the beard and long hair. The local coffee shops like in their staff. Anyone talk about Volkswagen Group and the Rivian collaboration? 1 billion US investment plus in the first year. Yes, we did in the beginning, but we'll see what comes out of it. It should be a software collaboration, and software should be not just in the new platforms that are coming and other brands, so not Volkswagen ID cars, maybe Audi, Porsche, and so on. It should also come maybe into MEB platform, newer cars. We'll see. Okay, let's press the like game for the last time today. We have 50 likes, 49 likes. Someone unliked it right now. And 58 people are watching. Let's do this. I'm counting down from 3 to 0, and then we like 3, 2, 1, and like. Let's see, 49 likes, 55 people are here. You haven't seen it yet. As I said, I'm 10 seconds in the future. Now I'm counting down. I see what you see right now. 2 and 1 and like. Now we are there at the same time. Oh man. First I have to unlike. And you don't have to go into a different YouTube account or so. It's fine. It's just a game. Come on, we're all joking here and having some fun. 58 likes with 60 people. I'm more than happy. Thank you all. 61. That's so nice of you. Okay, I'm gonna say goodbye. I don't know if there will be a live stream next week because it might be a busy week with having 2 cars at the same time. I don't know yet when I will do my range tests with the Cupra Born VZ and the ID3 Pro. I know that the ID3 Pro, especially in the winter, will not have the biggest range, so it will be done fairly fast. But I have to think what is more important, because on Sunday that's just it is just more important, because Sunday is the best day to do that without the trucks. But I have 2 Sundays with both cars, but I want to do a long distance drive also. The question is, what car do I do? I want to do a range test with both, but with what car do I want to do the long distance trip, so longer driving? And I think I want to do it with the ID3 Pro, because it's more interesting with the smaller battery. Yeah, if you have approval rating. Don't feel you have to entertain us each week, Chris. We will look forward to the content. Yes, I do. That's my job. I will entertain you. Okay, you all have a great week, like Whitaker is saying it. He's so right. You all take care. Drive safe. Don't do anything stupid. Let me do the stupid thing. I see you soon. Maybe not next week, but in 2 weeks at least. But maybe next week. Maybe I do the ID3 Pro and I'm done fairly early and I'm totally relaxed. Okay. Bye.